by this point, also, yeah, my third agent, yes, I was on my third agent at this point, which was another major adjustment in my career. She managed to find an editor for my astronomy book, Clouds in Space. This was an absolute thrill because, as I had mentioned, I'd been interested in astronomy since 1979. And my first and second agents could not sell this book. And I was starting to, despair that it would never sell despite my passion for it. The book had gone through a major overhaul too, and several, in fact. I had originally written it more like a hands on guessing game activity book. As you can see on the screen, it was called Name That Nebula. And I had envisioned like a clear overlay with a little wipe off pen for you to be able to trace the nebula and imagine what you think you saw in it. But of course, that didn't sell. And after my first agent quit the business, I found out on my own that, those types of books are really pricey to produce. And so editors don't usually want to take a chance on them, especially from, a newbie, because at that point I hadn't even sold Queen of Physics yet. So anyway, I rewrote it as more straightforward fiction, and that wasn't going anywhere again. And I revamped it once more into a more lyrical version that, kind of like the first version, it addresses the reader, but not in a guessing game sort of way. So I showed it to my third agent, who agreed that there was something there, she thought. And even though it had probably gone on submission 30 to 40 times, um, my third agent was able to find the perfect editor, perfect publisher for it with MIT Kids Press. And I was recently telling a critique partner of mine the same thing. It doesn't matter that, one of your agents had sent something out to a number of editors because, editors are constantly changing, publishers are constantly merging and breaking up and all that stuff. So it doesn't matter. This book had gone on sub over a span of, oh gosh, when did I get my first agent? I got her in 2014, and it finally sold in what? I think it took 10 years to sell. So anyway, it went through a lot, and it did sell. So, you know, the lesson here is that nothing is truly dead unless you declare it dead and bury it. Um, that thing you see on there with that the Tim Allen, that's the captain. That's one of my favorite movies, and I love that line, "Never give up, never surrender." So I had to add it because seriously, never give up. And to quote Jane Yolen again, she advises, to never throw out a manuscript. You can call it Frankensteining or giving it plastic surgery, whatever, but you can almost always revive a story. You know, keep at it until it sells.